Welcome to this explainer. Okay, I'm literally so excited to be your creative mentor today. We're going to completely demystify exactly how those stunning cinematic AI folktales you see all over the internet are actually made. We're taking you from a totally blank page all the way to a finished, monetizable video, and we're using a workflow designed specifically for absolute beginners.
Look, we've all experienced this exact feeling, right? You're just scrolling online, a beautifully rich AI story pops up on your feed, and you stop dead in your tracks and think, how on earth did they make that? And then, almost immediately, that thought is followed by a little voice in your head saying, yeah, I can never do that. The tech looks way too complicated. I totally get that feeling, especially if you're a visual learner who gets overwhelmed by dense, text-heavy software guides. But I promise you, by the end of our time together today, you're going to have the exact, easy-to-follow blueprint to create one of these videos yourself.
So here is our roadmap for today's explainer. We're taking this one logical step at a time. First, finding your viral story. Then, crafting consistent AI visuals. After that, making your characters speak. Next up, editing your final cut. And finally, publishing and earning income. Just 5 incredibly manageable steps.
Now, this builds into an actual workflow. Every single viral hit out there, they use this exact 7-stage assembly line. Think of it like a giant visual conveyor belt. It goes idea, story, scene breakdown, visuals, voice, assembly, and publish and grow. Master this continuous sequence, and honestly, the actual software tools you use become completely interchangeable. It's the process that matters, not whatever specific app happens to be trending today.
All right, let's dive into step 1, finding your viral story. We're going from a blank page to a gripping script.
Because listen, stunning visuals absolutely will not rescue a boring idea. Before you even think about touching an AI image generator, you want your story idea to score at least a 20 out of 25 on this viral potential checklist. Does it have a hook that grabs the viewer in the first 3 seconds? Is there a strong emotion? Is the clarity there, like could a total stranger follow it effortlessly? Is there a curiosity gap, making us desperately need to know what happens next? And finally, shareability. Would someone actually tag a friend in the comments?
You can actually prompt an AI tool to write a perfectly paced 60-second script using this exact beat breakdown. So 0 to 5 seconds is your hook, always open mid-tension. Then you've got your setup, rising action, your climax right at the 40-second mark, and a resolution or gut punch ending by the 60th second. Oh, and a major pro tip here, for my visual learners, always read the script aloud once AI generates it. If it sounds like a robot wrote it, just rewrite those lines until it sounds human.
Okay, moving on to step 2, crafting consistent AI visuals. This is the secret to matching scenes perfectly.
This right here addresses the absolute biggest beginner frustration in AI video. How on earth do creators keep their characters looking identical from shot to shot? Well, spoiler alert, it's not some crazy expensive magic tool. The closely guarded secret of viral creators is literally just a character sheet. It's a dense, highly detailed, reusable visual description covering age, ethnicity, face, specific clothing, and body type. You literally just copy and paste this dense paragraph into every single image prompt. That's the whole shebang. That is how you lock down consistency.
So, how do we actually use that character sheet? Well, every great AI image prompt is essentially just a Mad Lib skeleton. You plug in your subject, which, remember, is your exact character sheet. Then you add the action or pose, the setting, the lighting, the style, like 35mm film, your camera angle, and your aspect ratio, like 9:16 vertical for phones. Breaking your script into a shot list and plugging your character sheet into this simple framework guarantees controlled, repeatable images every single time.
All right, step 3, making your characters speak. Let's get into some voice and lip sync magic.
This is where the real magic actually happens. This is where those still images finally come to life and transform from a basic slideshow into a truly cinematic scene. Narration tells the story from the outside. Lip sync makes characters speak from the inside. You want to use your overarching storyteller voice to carry the narrative flow, but you save that incredible lip sync technology for those high-impact emotional moments where a character speaks directly to the camera.
Now, if the idea of lip syncing terrifies you, I totally get it, but I'm going to demystify it right now with this insanely simple 4-step combo. 1. Generate the character's face with a neutral, closed-mouth expression. 2. Generate a short audio clip of their dialogue line. 3. Upload both of those files into a beginner-friendly tool like Hydra or Runway. 4. Drop that resulting talking video clip right into your final edit. That is literally it. Face plus audio equals a talking character. A complete beginner can knock this out in minutes.
Step 4. Editing your final cut.
Time for assembling the pieces and putting this giant puzzle together.
I want you to imagine we're sitting side by side at the computer right now. Here is your foolproof beginner editing sequence in a free app like CapCut. First, drop your voiceover on the timeline. That's the backbone of your entire video. Everything else syncs to it. Second, place your visuals exactly under the matching narration. Third, add subtle motion, like a slow zoom or a pan, to any still images. Fourth, lay in your background music, but keep it low, around 15 to 20% volume, so it doesn't overpower the story. And finally, add your auto captions, and please proofread them. Just build it up layer by layer.
And you need to burn this golden rule of pacing into your memory. Never let a single image sit longer than the narration covering it. This is exactly how you keep viewers absolutely hooked. Cut on the beat, match the visual to the word being spoken, and really focus on making those first 3 seconds visually striking enough to stop someone from doom scrolling past your masterpiece. Finally, step 5, publishing and earning income. Turning your views into cash is the ultimate payoff.
I mean, we're building the skill for a reason, right? It's about generating real opportunity and income. And you don't just have to sit around hoping for viral platform payouts from the algorithm. You can run faceless channels in specific niches for ad and sponsor income. You can offer client services, actually producing these amazing AI videos for brands or authors before you even have a massive audience of your own. Or you could sell digital products, like prompt packs and templates. There is just an incredibly diverse menu of monetization pathways here.
30 to 60. That is the number of days you need to publish consistently. I need to be completely straight with you. Reliable income follows skill and steady reps. It just does not come from chasing a single lucky viral hit. Treat your first 30 videos as your paid training. You're building a visual muscle here.
Which brings us to a quote that's arguably the single most important takeaway from our source material today. Finish and publish an imperfect first video before you try to make a perfect one. Prioritize momentum over perfection. I promise you, your 10th video will be leaps and bounds better than your first, but you absolutely have to make that imperfect first one to actually get there. It's all about just taking that first step. Which leaves us with one final incredibly exciting question for you. What story will you tell today? You have the entire blueprint now. You know how to brainstorm a viral idea, you know the secret to consistent characters, you know exactly how to make them speak, and you know the editing sequence to pull the whole thing together. Don't let the tech intimidate you for another second. Open up those tools and start generating your first AI masterpiece right now. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer. I seriously cannot wait to see the incredible stories you create.